Hey, traders. Welcome to the stream. Happy Thursday. Yep. So, yesterday didn't look good. And then a Wall Street rally this morning. And it was good. Hey, we were back above 42K again, but lo and behold, another lower high. Right? Than your previous high before, right? Locally, consecutive lower highs. Locally, consecutive lower highs. Consecutive lower highs. Consecutive lower highs. So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yikes, right? Tweezer top reversal. Not oversold. Nearing 40,600. You know what's going to happen. I mean, yeah, there's that Gartley. I don't care about a 60-minute, 4-hour Gartley with the way the macro is right now. I wouldn't even touch it. Maybe if we get a type 2 return or something, but Chad, I'm telling you, this is very bad. And the way the equities are rolling over, breaking critical supports, I'd be really, really careful in crypto. Really careful. Same thing was yesterday, right? It didn't look good. Still, it's worse now. It's actually worse than it was yesterday, even after the rally we saw earlier. Oh yeah, Netflix reported earnings today, down like 12% after hours. Like Peloton, trading got halted, down 25+%. Its lowest price since pretty much it IPO'd. Bad news, man. I hate it. You know, commodity is awesome. Look at silver, moon. Silver, what a pump today. Gold did okay, didn't really move much. Commodities are still looking really good, still in their really long-term uptrends. Some of them just pulling back or just hanging out from where they were yesterday. Platinum, great. You know, there's a market that's really bullish, and there's a couple markets that are just not bullish. And I don't think that the price action you saw today is indicative of a bull market. So I would just, all I can say is proceed with caution, as we've just painted a third lower high visible on the 4-hour. You cannot be optimistic right now. To me, it just seems like, all right, getting ready to maybe break support. Your daily that could have been a bullish engulfing candle is certainly not. It is inverse now. It is pathetic positive momentum. You're about to have your lowest daily candle close since technically September 21st. It will also be the lowest daily candle close of the entire correction that started after you made all-time highs at $69,000. The lowest close on the daily is imminent. Less than 50 minutes until this happens. And divergence, so strong looking, getting completely kind of ignored right now. And it looks like you're going to make a lower low and you're going to start building negative momentum again unless something literally miraculous happens, right? Miracle is the only thing that will save you now, chat. Scott Carney will be on the stream in a good, I don't know, like 4 or 5 minutes.
Mitch, happy Hanukkah, son. Yo, can we look at CPB?
At risk of sounding like, you know, being arrogant and knowing what I'm talking about, I don't think it's Hanukkah. Thank you for the 20. Campbell's soup. Yeah, we'll look at Campbell's, right? That's CPB. Yeah, not really a request stream today either, chat, because Scott Carney and me, we're just going to be podcasting back and forth. So it's just going to be really tough, okay, to get those. So please, no request. You can contribute to the stream just because we're hanging out, right? You know, and crowdsourced and all that. I'm just saying, like, today is just a specialty stream, not a request stream. So I need to turn off that $20 request. It's not. It's more like if you're tipping today, you're like, I want more of this. I want more Scott Carney. I want more. That's what that means. Okay, so yeah, I will. Don't worry. God, I cannot see anything. Hold on. Yeah, okay, that's right. So you get it. Bearish right now. Pathetic price action at levels where if it was bullish, we probably would have already reversed by now and already been on our way to 47, 48K. Very, very bad, chat, okay? Ethereum, it looks like okay-ish. It actually is like, wow, I'm kind of intrigued here. What if you go down to like 28, 2900 and you make a lower low or the same low? You know, you're above the critical level still. No technical breakdown yet, but if Bitcoin has a technical breakdown, you know Ethereum's going to have a technical breakdown and might get wrecked worse than Bitcoin on the way down. So, very weak reaction. I don't even know if you're going to get a reversal here, okay? I just, like maybe Bitcoin, if it started making higher highs than previous highs, it didn't though. It just made it a third lower high locally. Super bearish, local price action. I don't care about the zoomed out context of the harmonic. I'm just not concerned about it, especially with the macro, talking about the S&P, Russell 2000. Holy crap. Russell 2000 broke support and followed through today. 46 minutes to go to the daily close, and you know who's awake now. Who is it? It's Asia. What do they do? Asia auto sells. Auto sell. Auto sell. Algorithm set to auto sell no matter what. So, I mean, after what just happened a little while ago, I can't imagine them buying. If they do, wow, that's going to be an anomaly. Big anomaly.
Free. Thanks so much to the kings of trading.
Illy Julian, thanks for the $18 pound, or sorry, 18 pound super chat. Thank you. Much love. You're out of your department free. No, it's not going to be a problem because I'm turning it off when Scott Carney enters the call. It's fine. I can just hit a button or click something and this TTS sound is off. So don't worry about it, dude. We'll be good. Thanks for the reminder though, because I might have forgot. But probably when I'm talking to him, it would have alerted me to its disruption maybe. So yeah. Oh, Netflix is down 20% after hours now. Even worse. So let's dang man, I gotta get through this quick. I got something actually scheduled. I'm hosting a poker game tonight with peoples. So let's go to, you know, this is Ethereum, Bitcoin. All right, let's go to the S&P where the real kind of a big story developing. You made your lowest daily candle close since October 15th. You will be nearing the 200-day simple moving average probably within the next week or so, 44.28. Technical support broken. You're making lower lows than your previous lows from December and multiple times December. And yeah, you're probably going for an 886 retrace. I mean, minimum 4,400, maybe a peak from July of last year, but an 886 minimum, and that's not even really that great. I mean, it's just like, yeah, dude, it's context of the harmonic's not really where you want to see it. Like maybe you catch a bounce to rally and then establish a lower high than the previous high, and once that lower high in the previous high is established, you're in trouble. You're in a lot of trouble. You do not want to make a lower high. Well, the dump's so nasty, no relief in sight. Once the rally occurs, it's probably going to be dead cat-ish. It could just be a substantially lower high than previous high, and that is like confirmation there are less market participants involved than there was before, and that is kind of a signal. So we don't really have any confirmation yet of a reversal in trend. I think you do need to eventually take out October 4th lows at 4,300. That's going to be a real big thing. But at any point, once you do rally, once you set in a lower high than the previous high, that's when you're in major technical trouble. And as I'm speaking to you, Bitcoin is at its session lows, down about $800. And this could be it, chat. I mean, Scott Carney and me could be talking this evening and on the new day, or just maybe in the next 43 minutes. Good God, we're in power hour right now, the last 60 minutes of the trading day, of the day for trading, right? It's the last hour. So, and you are dumping tremendously. So it's not just the S&P that's in trouble. Dow Jones isn't as bad a trouble, but it's still selling off, just not selling off as bad because of the defensive stocks not dumping as hard. But yeah, it's still very bad, very bad. And now I believe this structure is invalid unless it just somehow literally randomly rally tomorrow. No way. The fact you fell back into the range, it's not good, man. It's just really bad. Falling below the 200-day simple moving average again, but for real this time maybe, unless a miracle happens tomorrow. So pay attention for the miracles, the Jerome Powell miracles, but it's not good right now. It's really bad. Support broken. And then you go to the Nasdaq, which is really one of the scariest in my opinion. this just happened, right? Look what's happened, chat. I mean, with confirmation, pretty much the level from February has been broken, but really look, right? July and October, you've now closed lower than both those levels, and after a potential partial decline is now confirmed. I'm sorry, partial rise. Your potential partial rise is now confirmed. So there's a massive, I'm talking like 70% chance of a breakdown, which had already kind of happened. You closed lower than that level, which is interesting. But let's see what happens tomorrow. Not good. Very, very bearish looking stuff up here. And, look at this, though. Go to the semiconductors is already broken. Already broken and massive follow through today. Gap filled. Confirmed the gap fill from November, and your lowest prices since August 27th. So really bad. Really beautiful structure though, like unbelievably perfect textbook bearish pattern. And if you flipped it, it would have been bullish. It would have been a bullish, and then look, a partial decline, partial rise, or either one. Really, this was the partial rise. So Russ 2000. Massive breakdown, and then confirmation I think today. I think you broke down yesterday. Look at this. Very, very bad, right? Yesterday was the breakdown with confirmation. Today was the back test, fake out, confirming what was once support, and support is now resistance, and just the lowest daily candle close since January 5th of last year. It's been over 1 year since traders have settled up this low. Very, very bad. Then you go to gold. Gold though, not too bad. Hanging in there. Very good. Screw XAU. We just look at the PAX-G because it's been really good to us. And again, massive forms of accumulation, inversing really everything that the index funds equities are doing. And then you go to silver. Like, remember, I'm getting through these because I'm about to put Scott Carney on, just giving you your market updates. But yeah, silver hit the 200-day moving average for the first time since November 16th today, or yesterday, and new day has begun about an hour, 20 minutes ago. And yeah, monsoon type stuff was going on, and it's TA's being respected here in this market. Commodities mooning still doing very well. All right, so I'm about to call Scott. Let's see what happens when I call him. I really feel bad. I missed his stream today, but that's okay. We got a makeup coming, and I got to go to Bitcoin now because we are at the lowest lows of the day and soon to be breaking critical support. Yeah, chat, understand this could be bad. Very, very bad here. Okay. And what really makes me feel uneasy is the fact that tomorrow is Friday. So if we catch some fall through tomorrow and it's a bad day tomorrow, it could be a really, really bad Monday. And you know that is, man. I think it's the stock market is holding the FOMC or just the Fed, holding them hostage because of these rate hikes. Until morale improves, no reversal. Sorry, we're going to keep dumping. So, Scott, I don't know what happened. He did not answer. He might just be pulling a me. So I don't know. I'll be waiting for him. But until then, I guess let me go to that one request we did have before I mentioned it, that we weren't doing requests. What was it? Oh, Campbell's Chunky Soup or something. Campbell's Soup. I'll be keeping my eye on Bitcoin. That is just, getting ready to maybe fall off a cliff. Not even kidding. All right. Getting ready. Goodness gracious, dude. It's bad. Very, very bad. All right, so here's your Campbell's Soup. Nice little kind of Adam and Eve there. Rallied but dumped 6.3%, just because the macro dumped hard at close and trying to get above a level of inflection. I think, where's this? Back from 1999 levels. Dude, Campbell's Soup, man. Imagine owning Campbell's from 1999 to now. It's lower. It's same price. But all the dividends, man. So bearish divergence on the daily, implying a reversal. It looks like it's begun. And so far, all you've done is make a lower high than previous highs. Your most recent events were lower lows than the previous lows. So you can't say like currently you're in a massive uptrend. There could be a lot further to fall. Like you could think about it, you know, from your previous low to that high, you could be going for 886s, 786s in macro conditions like this. Very possible. Look, $37.48 or $35 could be more reasonable targets for a massive M shape. But for now, you've had a really nice rally because there was just tons of seller exhaustion. I mean, massive seller exhaustion, bullish divergence on Campbell's in November and like the 1st of December. And you rallied off that. But it's just now you're showing bearish signal on the MACD, lower high, and could dump more. And now Bitcoin is at 40,669. And here we go, chat. Here we go. Here we go. It's gonna maybe be is it gonna be one of those streams, man? This is it. This is the daily candle high close from January 8th, 2021. It was the first time in history it was ever created. You just go back right here. That was it on the daily. So I'm telling you, you're staring into the abyss. You're testing, you're flirting with the abyss right now, chat. Very, very careful. Not indicative. The price action is not indicative of a bullish market, and here possibly comes the breakdown, and we're live. Just happens to be during power hour because you know Asia, they only sell, they do not buy. They hadn't been buying for going on 3 months now. Yeah, I might be getting a beer soon. Oh, he says 1 minute. Okay, it's been 2 minutes, so I shall call. See what happens. It is ringing. Thanks for the 1,060 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the coverage of this massive potential breakdown occurring in real time, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Very unfortunate situation in crypto. And look what ended up developing so fast. I mean, this is crazy. Look, from your high, January 15th, to your technical lower high, January 20th. Look what's going on. Can someone tell me what that is, chat? On the 4 hour. Someone tell me what's going on. Like insta out the gate. What's up, Free Like Summer? I'm sure, yeah, because it had technical setups. But a lot of altcoins had technical setups that were good too. But the difference was different markets, different macros, and different metas, cycles, all that. It's just bad times for crypto and equities. Let's see what hidden bearish. Hidden bearish, yeah, there you go. Got a few of those in there. So you're hanging on for now, but there's 34 minutes, chat. 34 minutes. I don't know. He said 1 minute. I called him again. He didn't answer. He's probably doing something right now. Oh yeah, Russia central bank plans to ban all use of mining of any cryptocurrency following China and North America's struggle with crypto. Wow, dude, there you go. That's quite a news-driven catalyst, isn't it? In a downtrend, your bearish catalysts are outperforming. Wow. Big yikes, man. Yeah, I would not count on it. I mean, this is bullish Gartley territory, but dude, a bullish pattern and such a bearish trend right now with bearish price action like that, you cannot have any. I remember, like in downtrends, bullish patterns, bullish indicators are less reliable, and if they do play out, they oftentimes underperform. And then when bearish stuff, bearish indicators, bearish patterns, and bearish trends develop, they oftentimes are reliable and they oftentimes outperform. Or like you'll have a measured move, it'll exceed the measured move. So I fear, unfortunately, we are still in the midst of a midterm downtrend, and you're showing classic distribution. You just made your third lower high, the rule of three on the third low, third touch. Normally there can be resolution whether it's down or up. Yeah, and just like that type of selling, I mean, you're down like almost $3,000 on the day, right? From the top this morning to the lowest low now, $3,000. Yes, very bad. All right, Scott's ready, it seems. Hey, Mr. Carney. Can't hear you. Can you hear me? I don't see your name like lighting up in green, so your mic might not be on or something. I've turned down all TTS. You can tip, and it won't disrupt the stream. So we're hanging on, Chad. Are we gonna do it, man? Are we gonna hold? Bruh, I mean, it would require a Jesus miracle to hold 40,000 with what's going on with the index funds. Bueller, still can't hear you, even though you're in the call. You may not even be able to hear me. I don't know. It's weird sometimes, you know. Goodness gracious, though. I mean, what a... I just don't think you're supposed to get this many opportunities. It was different. Even though it was similar, it is extremely different than it was in September, where, remember, you were already in an established uptrend based on the massive moves up. You had broken critical resistance, and for the first time in history, you were back testing that level as support. And a falling wedge. And there was divergence and stuff. So the trend was still up. And then you just went after that and went to all-time highs. And unfortunately, on the weekly, one high you don't know, second high you do know. So like confirmation high at 69K on the weekly. And now, clearly, you are not... The context is not the same at all that it was in September. So I don't know what keeps doing that. 30 minutes till your daily candle close. He can hear me. I can't hear you though, Scott, man. Whoa. Someone tipped, but it didn't show up. Nice. What the heck, dude? Oh, it tied the room together. Scared of Bitcoin 113 double top. Yeah, M shape. No, of course that'd be terrible, but lots of support has to break. Thanks, Adam, man.
Testing.
Oh, hey, there you are, man. What's up, Scott?
All right.
We can hear you now, dude. What's happening? I think you know. I think you see it on your side. How you feeling?
Big. All right. You know, I think this is the thing in feel.
Hello?
Lagging.
Yeah, you're lagging a little bit. Can you say something?
Something else here.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds good.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So
yeah, I just this is kind of I think what happens. And
well, there comes some more lag. Your internet's dumping with Bitcoin, they're saying. Be alert.
Bueller.
let me do something.
Okay, sounds good.
When it comes out, 0.
Go over to another. Okay. Hopefully that's better.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds fine right now.
Okay.
And then,
yeah, well, just watching all of this, I think. Look at Cardano. What are these doing? They're just flopping right back down, right?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, failed to break again, and yeah, the macro, right? Like, just what a run though. I mean, from the engulfing candle's bottom to the top. I mean, that was a 53% swing in 7 days. You know, so welcome to the effing show. From its peak to where it is now, it's down 23% in 2 days. Could you imagine FOMOing in at the top? God. Yeah. Now just back in that other range.
But that's classic continuation, and you're go down and basically test those static lows. You have to pass those for a while. Don't think that.
I think yeah, your internet's it must be bugging. It's breaking up really bad right now, unfortunately.
See this? Probably bot here. Something. Oh, I know what it is. This is the. Hang in with me.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, so is there news? What was the thing other than the market?
Oh, well, Russia is
specific
banning
news?
crypto mining. Their central bank's going to ban crypto mining, and yep.
So where do we go from here?
Crypto mining, GPU, crypto usage. Where do we go from here? 30K, probably. Why not? I mean, there's like kind of literally no argument or reason to believe that Bitcoin would rally. I don't know. You go to the weekly, and then you see where really, look, like the daily or the weekly candle high close from January 4th was like 38.1, and then you had the June high from like 39. So the weekly kind of paints a little bit more solidified argument for maybe where the massive potential support is, but it's lower. It's like another couple $1,000. But there is no end in sight on the weekly. It looks like you're already starting to paint a bearish engulfing candle after an indecision candle last week. So that's maybe we're 38, 39, right?
Yeah, and I would even be more inclined to see it go back to those static lows at 31.
Can you say, yeah,
Statics.
speaking of static, I think we're still catching some lag over on your end, I think. I don't think it's my end.
Oh, it's probably me.
Free like summer, dude. Have you been in this? Are you new? Because, like, dude, we all know about silver. Silver, technically pristine. Like sterling chart. Yeah, just let me know when,
And let me. Spot here. I don't. Let me know if it's not coming well.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Just keep rolling. Just keep.
No, I think it's there's nothing here. We've been hitting this for a long time, and it's really just gonna look for 30,000. The retest, which is 6 off of last what was that, last June?
Yep. June 21st to the 69 high, 886.33.591 ish, right there. Which could in itself end up being like a major harmonic, you know, whatever. But yeah, that'd probably be your next stop. I mean, there is the 786 almost confluent with these weekly candle high closes a little bit lower, 37.586. But you know, if you want that deep value, it's the 886. Yeah, like you were saying, 33.591.
Yeah, and if you don't know any about those or any,
Oh man, it's still cutting up, dude. Sorry, I don't even want to be
No
annoying.
worries.
Yeah.
I don't want. Let me.
You think you can get on your mobile
better
and get in
spot.
some LTE or something?
I probably could. You know, that could be a lot better than.
Yeah, you know
Yes.
that's gonna probably be fine. I mean, that kind of rejection though today was so like, what a statement from bears. Very bearish statement.
Let me. I'll try the mobile in a second.
Okay.
This just gets really bad.
All right. Are you we gonna keep rolling?
Yeah, keep rolling. Just keep rolling. I mean, if it gets in a bad spot, I'm gonna have to probably switch to a different.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me know if it spot.
Yeah. Yeah. The only
Still-
way I know is when you speak for like several sentences. But yeah, either way, we'll figure it out. But like, yeah, I mean, just very bad. And what are your thoughts on like the Nasdaq? I mean, because I know it's crypto, but we all know, chat. Here it is. You see on the daily exactly what happens below 40K. It's a straight up, straight down, 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 straight up. It could be straight down again. Fair. That's it. Once this breaks, once all the anything bullish gets invalidated, violated like this, very, very bad. So, yeah, I guess one thing that could be discussed is the 113, right? At 35.6, which
I'm not so sure. I mean,
yeah,
you're out of possibilities. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And it's tough to foresee it, but get to that point and you go too far.
You're probably going to keep going, right?
We run out of possibilities. This is the zones that maybe is difficult to realize that possibility. There's not much left until you something else.
Yeah, Scott, man, I think you're gonna have to get a LTE.
Yeah.
It's just constant.
Let me switch over.
Okay.
I'm gonna definitely switch over.
All right, so yeah, I mean, like if it's going to 113, it's probably gonna go a little bit lower just to test that 886 because I just showed you it's just a little bit lower. So yeah, I mean, there almost could be confluence there. So you break this, then probably just talking about Fibonacci, just talking about 33.3, repeating, of course, right? Or it could just be, you know, around that
32.33, repeating, of course.
Of course. That's our chance of survivability at this support. Actually, probably lower now. Based on the rejection today, that's really bad, man. 113's like 35-ish. Just showed it. But yeah, I mean, it's not just Bitcoin, man. Don't think it's even Bitcoin. It's really this stuff right here. It's these index funds. Look at your Nasdaq breakdown, then your S&P 500 futures. Still above that 200-day simple moving average. You haven't even tested it yet. You haven't even touched the 200-day simple moving average since July of 2020. Seems like almost imminent. That's going to be tested again soon. There is no edge. There is nothing implying that the S&P 500 futures are going to be reversing soon. Nope. Sellers aren't even really exhausted. I mean, you're just hitting 30 on the RSI, your lowest RSI you've seen since March of 2020, which is the COVID crash. Yeah. So you're doing things you haven't done in good 18 or 20 months. Like we said, there's been unlimited prosperity opportunity for a very long time, for like almost 2 years. And things have to change. Things change over time, and we might be witnessing at least something like of a change. But you know, what happens is it just makes a higher low than your previous low from October 5th and makes an 886 and then rallies off that and keeps going. It's always possible. But what we're going to be looking for is to see what the S&P 500 is going to do when it eventually does catch bids. It will. It'll catch bids, man. It's just like, will it make a lower high than your all-time high? And that's going to be the confirmation we're looking for, right? If you do something like this and, oh, we caught some bids, and it comes up and just makes a lower high and then rolls over and starts selling off again, that's when there's some real bad trouble, right? Because then all of a sudden, this is like, that's how you confirm when you're bear trending, when you're down trending, when you start making lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? Scott, you still around, man? So while we're waiting, let's go to Peloton. Peloton chat, here it is. Here it is, right? This asset has been devastated. It's lost about 98% of its value since March of this is the COVID crash low, right? And here we are. Index funds, many individual assets way higher than their COVID crash lows, right? But not Peloton. Peloton's about the same. They halted trading. Remember, it was down 24% today. Look at that gap, though. in November from $86 down to 56 in a day. So no point, I mean, yeah, in touching it right now. Like, you don't have an edge, and it's still, it's like catching a falling knife still, even though it's getting close to those levels from October 2019. Real bad. But then you go to Netflix, that after hours again reported earnings, and look, you see this range, right? Oh wow, nice range. Look where it's gapped down to. Tomorrow, unless something changes, it will open right here. Do you see this, chat? It will open at $404, and it was at $500 at close today. 20% down in just an hour or two after earnings. It will be the lowest open Netflix has seen since June of 2020. It all ended with an absolutely ungodly, perfect bullish Gartley hit the 886 confirmation low. Everything you could dream of. The rally ensued, but then eventually, right, things come to an end. Trades complete, the chapter in the book ends, maybe the book continues for a little while, and then the book actually sometimes ends, and you go from an all-time high of $700, and now you're sitting again at 405.96. So from the all-time high, its peak, to where it is right now after hours, you were down 42% in 63 days. Wow. Devastated. Scott, man, you there? I don't know, can devs do something? Maybe they can, maybe they can't. What's up, dude? Scott's connection is bad this crappy market. Must be a sign of things about to go on the usual elevator to hell down to $30,000. Such fun. Very possible. But hey, 15 minutes to go. You held, dude. You held 40,665. So I don't know. Kind of got radio silence from Scott right now. I think he's in the midst of transitioning, changing things up. So just you and me right now, chat. But Scott's still on the line, I believe. Double fake out. I guess we'll do a poll. Let's do it. I'm about to post it, chat. Will the 40K support hold? Yes or no? There you go. It's a pretty easy poll. Yes or no polls, you know. Should pop up. There it is. There it is, chat. I don't know. Definite radio silence right now. Maybe the LTE is out in Miami too. Hey, one thing that's cool though about a reversal that actually made sense was Micron today. I mean, come on, dude. Micron at profit taking levels. Profit taking happened. And what a dump, down 5.48% today. But that is it, man. That's where you see reversal. It was a beautiful falling wedge, you know, either way, supply line broken and had a massive rally, and this is where pullbacks are. And the cool thing about it is it's not even dead, you know, it's, I mean, yeah, the weekly is kind of scary, right? You would think weekly looking at Micron's like, oh, sweet mother of Jesus. Like, wow, massive potential double top going on. And look here. Oh my God, chat.
Look here. Look, listen.
Look what Micron did. Micron last week went up to touch, well, past 2 weeks, went up to officially test the highest point ever from June of 2000. And that's where it's reversing. Not just once, but kind of twice at 21-year, you know, highs. Dang, man, I'd be really careful here. It's scary. Look at that RSI too. Yikes. Big yikes, dude. Had to reboot. Okay, I shall call again. Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, sweet. Yep. I can hear you too. I think we can all hear you.
Excellent.
Yep. So I was just like shooting the S, just looking at some assets today and looking at Micron double topping 21 years later from its old all-time high.
And there's deep crab on that weekly. Look at that weekly up to the 1902. Right there.
Oh yeah. Starting
And
at right here.
Starting from that peak.
April
Going back.
2018.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh yeah.
I was mentioning this a couple days ago.
Yeah, it exceeded the 1618. It went to the 200 almost. Right there.
Yep.
Reaction high, reversal high, get wrecked. Yeah, man. So you said you'd been looking at this?
Yeah, surprisingly, the semis did not look good. Intel's another one. You go to the monthly charts, these, just like you're showing, a lot of them are retesting these historic highs and failing.
All I have to do is look at the SOX.
Yeah.
Not even on the weekly, which is bad, but the daily is so perfect. We should have Thomas Bulkowski on the stream today for these right-angled and ascending brightening formations playing out so beautifully. So, I mean...
A buddy.
Yeah, dude, it's like down 3.25% today, and just massive follow through, just confirming that the bearish breakdown or breakout is real, and so your next target's 34.18 to test the 200-day simple moving average again for the first time since October, and then who knows after that. I mean, good God, I mean, there's all kinds of potential support areas, right? But yeah,
It looks like a shark right off the top.
Yeah, I mean, potential shark, but the
all
context, right, are at peaks, like after massive parabolic uptrends. It's just hard to, and that's like kind of good segue to talk about like the context of harmonics. Do you think that that's important?
Oh, absolutely. I think you need to stair step it and realize that it's, look for the short-term levels. So we have an idea. I mean, the thing with Nasdaq, that had a bat pattern, and yeah, it's right off the top. But there, again, I'll look at the bat pattern when it completes, but it's doing so in dramatic fashion. And this is the thing about the failures, is that when you get failure, it's going to happen in kind of a flush. And if that's what Bitcoin does, this is just the beginning. I mean, I'm not really a fan. It's troubling when it doesn't do what it's supposed to do, and even the shark itself is failing miserably. It already failed, in my opinion.
It's bad. Yeah.
It always takes more time, and in that time, it's not going up. It's following the downtrend.
Yeah, it's just doing the same thing it's been freaking doing for like 2 months, right? Just like how many times we got to see 1 high, 2 high, 3 high, massive markdown, right? You didn't really get it here. The sellers did get exhausted because they couldn't push it lower. We identified the divergence, the shortening of thrust for a scrub rally, but the scrub rally just turned into a confirmation high. What the high from December 7th, same high, December 24th, 27th, right? Confirming that you have way less market participants owning the asset than they did before. But then before that, though, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, massive markdown. So you just can't be surprised. 1, 2, 3, massive markdown again. Hidden bearish divergence developed almost instantly too. That's what's scary. That's what's bad, man. Yeah. Very bad.
That kind of a breakdown leads to a 1618 off the. I mean,
this low from January 10th.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Failed Gartley, which is failing, right? It's like the PCZ was 40,665. So I mean, in the fact that the context of the distribution, no way. I would never touch that. You got to be patient. Just wait, because this is what's coming. Right here, the 1618, which is 36.7, but that's not even much of anything. So yep, be on the lookout, chat, for the 36.7 mark.
Yeah, I wouldn't even below there. You're already going to trigger other scenarios that going to require more time. That one is, again, it was just would be another target. In the same way we were shooting 1618s on the top side as this thing was climbing, retrace, break out, continue. We have to do this on the other side, on the downside, as it slides.
Yeah.
And then every time you fail, you fail a daily 4 hour daily level, you need to default back to the weekly. Where the obvious levels in the weekly, and then wait for that. Wait for this just to play itself out. I think you're getting to a lot like 2018, 2019 maybe, but you still need to do some kind of. You have to do a capitulation. I'm looking at a lot of the previous lows and a lot of the bottoms for Bitcoin. And just about all of them require some kind of capitulation to not only end it, but to really get it started, to get a turnaround started. It's usually preceded by a capitulation, sell-off.
Yep, massive wipeout. Yeah, that seems very possible. This asset is notorious for doing stuff like that in crypto. I mean, if it's bad for Bitcoin, it's gonna be worse for altcoins, like for sure. Like Bitcoin's going to be down 8%, 10%, and then the altcoins will be down like 30% in a day. Just watch. So bad.
Yeah, and where was Cardano a year ago? Cardano was 20 cents, 30 cents maybe a year ago. And now you're $1.30, and even though you went to 3, it's more about looking at getting that relative perspective.
January 20th. Wow. Just before it went insane. January 20th, Cardano was like, dang man, trying to bottom out once or twice. It was like 34 cents 365 days ago. And it's still at 125 right now. So yeah, in a 1 year period, what nice performance, right? Still, even after all this happened. I mean, it's up like 288% in a year after all this. So, but we got to keep going back to Bitcoin.
Is it going to stay? Is it going to stay there?
Oh no! I mean, no way. Bitcoin telegraphing almost. It's time to dump massively.
Yeah.
The third lower high. So I mean, no, it'll still probably go down to $1, and then it'll still be up like 220% or something. So I mean, yeah, just like everything's kind of just cycle. Who knows? Cycle could be over. And this is why I really hope maybe people understand why I always try to teach in here. You should never have expectations and never act like you know where something's gonna go. I mean, so many people that were newer to this space as influencers or whatever, crypto Twitter especially, just tons of people saying it's going to 100K. It's gonna happen. Stock to flow. This is happening. But that clearly is not the case at all. And that's why I think it's smart to never make calls, long-term calls, because of this. How they feel. They look pretty dumb. But maybe they learned a lesson. Maybe they'll never do it again, Because Bitcoin...
Well, I think some of them are going to they're going to ride the downside again, like they did in 2017. A lot of them that are out there that talk about, oh yeah, I went through the whole cycle in 2017, riding it up and then riding it all the way back down. A lot of them are still haven't switched their tone and are still thinking, we're not in a correction, or this is just a correction. It's not a bear market. But then what if it does? I mean, just an 886 to 30,000 retest last June, and that's not a lot of time in relative to 10 years, 12 years. And I just think moved a long way. There's a lot of new participants who, new
the majority of all market participants entered crypto in 2021. So unless they got in January of 2020, or really was it that? Yeah, unless they got in in like the first month, they did not make money. They're in the red now. They're probably in the red. Or there's a lot of them every day. The Bitcoin drops below the support. More and more of the new market participants are at net losses on their position from entering this market. So, yep. It's just interesting to me. Like, over like 55% of market participants entered crypto or Bitcoin last year, or in 2021. I wonder how many are going to stick around now, right? How many? Because I remember I started streaming after the bubble popped in 2018, the very beginning of 2018, February. And about 2 weeks away from a 4-year anniversary of doing this, you know, streaming to people about TA. And I'll tell you, all those influencers that were the Moonboy people, BitConnect people, they left and didn't come back for like 2+ years. And then they started coming back, and I just thought that was hilarious. It's like, of course, you abandon your following when things get tough. And okay, cool. That's great, man. Like, that's fine. More for me, I guess.
Yeah, they're going to find out the real forces of the market. The futures that came in earlier last year, that put pressure on it, made it easier for shorts to get in on, especially Bitcoin, and then pressure the whole space. I think people try to default from narratives to what's really there, and that's the narratives have been carrying this thing for the whole time. But now the narrative is completely opposite. I mean, we're no longer full-on money printer. You're now faced with rising rates, which is what the market's repricing, not the Fed, which is what the Fed's. You know, that's a nightmare scenario. Is that the market starts selling the bonds, Chinese, Japanese, they start selling American, U.S. bonds and just dump their positions and get out. You'll see rates spike, and that's the thing where. We looked at rates a couple days ago, and they are completing. There's a lot of different instruments that are retesting, completing a lot of various scenarios where you pretty much go back to where you were 2018 in terms of the rate perspective, which isn't that bad long term. You're still maybe 3.5%, something like that, but that's going to be enough to cap this for now and cause a lot of people to rethink crypto.
What when are they projected to raise the rates? 0.25 basis points or whatever? Is it like the next meeting?
March. I think
March.
they're saying in March that they might do something, or later this year. But if you look at what the market's doing, where the market's selling the bonds, I mean, the bond yields are up more so than they have been in a demonstrative way that they haven't been in a while. You're coming off of some big patterns, the COVID low. You look at various bond instruments on, say, monthly charts. The COVID low looks like capitulation high in terms of bond prices, and then you've spent the last year and a half, 18 months, just going sideways. If we're going to do a big trend reversal, you'll see it here. It should pop, and that it'll still take time, but that's, I think, the start of it, to kind of change the interest rate, or at least the super low zero rate environment, which is what crypto has been feeding on.
Yeah, big time. I mean, everything's been feeding on that, right? Real estate. So yeah. It's definitely going to slow things down a lot. You know, people are not going to be borrowing like they were. Yeah. And think about the Evergrande situation too over there in China. Like that's their own 2008 going on, right?
Yeah, I think so. And there's a lot of different stories. You know, you hear those kind of secondary news channel stories about there's a lot of hoarding going on and a lot of shortages over in China. So, those are things to be concerned about, where again, you kind of ran out of capacity. You can't, to me, it seems like market, semiconductor sector in particular, is pretty much canary in the coal mine, that when you run out of semiconductors and you could literally don't have the capacity to produce what you need, well, then you're not growing anymore. And if you're not growing anymore, that kind of then implodes on itself, where the thing, the market has to reset. Just in the same way that we see price corrections reset, do a full reset, 88.6% retracement, whatever it may be. The fundamental markets have to go through a reset, and that's what's probably happening. And now getting reflected in prices, which is typically the case. After the fact, after I think a little bit of a stabilization or a consolidation, but then look at that monthly. That's the thing where okay, the candle, the demonstrative candle alone should get you started. You can look at even your parabolic trend line. I mean,
so far away from the mean of that parabolic uptrend too. Look how it go down to like 10,000 and still like be in the parabolic uptrend. How insane is that? I mean, that's just psycho. First level of negative momentum you've seen since April of 2020, right? COVID crash lows going on, right? There it is. You got it real fast. And then look at that monthly massive undeniable bearish divergence. And look at the last time you had such very real established massive RSI monthly bearish divergence. Look, you go back to February 2000 at the tech bubble top. I mean, it was there, right? I mean, it literally is there, and it's doing it again, man.
I'll tell you what was there for I was trading and I was really into it. Like I caught that internet wave, and 97, 98. Those were some, really my first hardcore day trading years. And then when we got to the top on Nasdaq, I remember it hit 5,000 and then came off pretty hard, and then it formed like a Gartley bat pattern on the Nasdaq, and that was the devastating continuation. So that should be something to think about, that even if this thing comes off pretty hard, let's say in a 6 or 8 weeks, or maybe even this summer, we get some kind of nasty retracement pattern after this initial thrust, that's what I would be more concerned about, where you get continuation, and then if you go into fly into a bear market, it actually makes sense, because so many of these, you see this so often into midterm elections, where you see the market just go sideways, just go choppy, super choppy, into midterm elections. And maybe that's the thought, is we should be looking at October, September. What are we going to do between now and September, October? We get clarity on midterm elections, and then, larger market. Let's write off crypto for now, and let's look at.
Oh yeah, dude, they're definitely gonna, like, this asset class will get destroyed if equities go into an actual bear market or something and goes into that massive correction off the monthly bearish divergence. Yeah, dude, I don't see how crypto holds up at all. It was like, it started its dump well before the index funds, right? And now the index funds are topping out, and look at the correlation of Bitcoin and crypto with those dumps. Very bad. And then you have on top of that Asia, and more certainly China, banning crypto, and their Evergrande, their own recession, potential depression situation going on. It's just, I think chickens may be coming home to roost with this Rudy Poo market that we've had, right, since the COVID crash.
I think this is a lot of fluff. I mean, the thing about a lot of pattern failures, especially bullish patterns, is that if they do it in a demonstrative fashion, you're usually looking at a much larger continuation. With a lot of the different patterns we've seen, we barely got type 1 reactions, and they just went sideways and then puked. And that's just continuation behavior all over it. Those 3 tops that you have right there, I mean, that's a 1618 in development already. And I think about how to you know, what is there any way that I could be wrong on this breakdown? Any way that you know, what am I missing here? And again, I think some of my folks know that I've been kind of riled up about this price action where I've been more focused on other coins than even Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I still think that's the place to be. I don't think Bitcoin and Ethereum at 1 trillion and 600 billion or whatever it is are going to double or triple anytime soon. But
maybe next cycle, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe for right now, for opportunities, if you're looking for long opportunities, you know, what you saw in Cardano is probably what you will get. Then that'll be your best. It'll be quick 2, 3, 5 day move and then roll right back down. And as long as Bitcoin keeps doing this, yeah, you will have to grind until you can forge out a bullish pattern, some kind of complex bullish RSI formation. You know, there's just not a lot there, and when there's not a lot there and you're looking for something, it can be frustrating.
Yeah, sorry, the source. I was trying to get my browser up and the source is messed up. Hold on.
No worries.
Yeah, so annoying. Changing monitors, all that. Let's see. Dang it, man. And the source font is so small that no one can read it. It's so dumb. I'm not going to worry about it. I was just going to look at CoinMarketCap and look at, you know, I mean, Ethereum, yeah, 357 billion, and Bitcoin 769 billion. I mean, not even close to a trillion anymore.
Yeah, I was going to say, and
well, so much
trillion was when it was like 50. Yeah, I think it's, you know, there's going to be a lot of lessons learned, and a lot of people that, what did we learn from .com? Well, no matter who you are in the .com bubble, okay, you got crushed because the whole market went down. I mean, Amazon, Yahoo, which was one of the bigger ones, all got crushed. Who came out of those ashes weren't the same ones that went into it. And that's probably what, in terms of crypto, I'm thinking, you know, not necessarily say that Bitcoin's over or anything, but I'd be looking at other areas that let this thing go down, let it fall, hope that you miss it. At this point, I would say just let it do its thing, and let it do a full reversal before you even consider it. Let it do a full pattern, type 1 reaction, stabilize, give you some clear signals, because right here there's as you say, there's no edge, there's nothing here to be considering.
Well, there was, see, that's what makes you have like more conviction that it's not bullish at all right now, because there was like a daily edge, right? I mean, there was like massive developing bullish divergence at a critical inflection point where in really bullish conditions, that is stage set for a reversal. But to see what's happening at this level, how pathetic the buying is, and all it does is sell after that. I mean, that's what you're getting after, like, in very bullish conditions, bullish divergence like this. I mean, look, less developed bullish divergence held the inflection point in September. That was identified. And look what it did. It went to all-time highs. But now, look how it's performing. That is like a litmus test, right? I mean, an 886 reversal from that low from September 21st. You rallied once, or you rallied the first time, December 4th, and now you're well below that level. And now you're breaking the critical support. So to me, it's like, all right, just let the patterns get violated, invalidated. Well, when the divergence starts doing this, that's how you know. I think, I mean, that's indicative of what type of market we're in still.
Yeah, RSI looks like it's once an oversold. Really would be better. That would be the ideal scenario, to give a nice, real thorough oversold. You did hit it, what, last week?
You did, January 7th, yep.
So come back down for one more quick test, and
if we're lucky,
try to stabilize.
Yeah, if we're lucky, it ends up looking something like that. Yeah, that'd be nice, but how low are we going to be at that point? And what happens when, you know, you break critical support, so we know that you're trying to break right now, and you go and you just show bearish convergence, right? So there's like no real exhaustion actually implied. So bad.
Yeah, the downtrend too. I mean, there's an extended downtrend. You go back to December, the overbought signal. You're still going to be in a downtrend in the RSI until you can buy yourself more time.
Hold on a sec. Sorry, one of my friends is here, my IT guy, y'all know, but it's like he's trying to open up he's trying to get in downstairs, and like he's calling from the call box, and I'm hitting the thing, and it's not working. What the, dude? No way. Hold on a sec. I'm sorry, because I'm hosting a poker game in like 45 minutes, so it's just like this is gonna be kind of obstruction of my mental capacity. You know, like I'm just gonna be. That's going to be going on, unfortunately, just bad timing. But anyway, you know, the context of even this harmonic right here is just not in the best spot, right? I mean, even if it was there, it looked good. It's just terrible spot, right? I mean, the harmonic, the best spots are after the big drawdowns, then the M shapes develop, right? And then they rally versus just, oh, it just is randomly here. You could go to Microsoft, right? Go to Microsoft and plot a harmonic. Like, okay, here's a harmonic. Yeah, nice uptrend though, right? But isn't like the whole, like kind of the whole thing about harmonics is like value perceived areas, right? I mean, that's like kind of the whole like method of harmonic trading is like you're buying value. And when you have an asset that maybe is painting that M shape, and okay, is there really value at $288, Scott? I mean, like in this context, look at that. I mean, that's not normally where harmonics succeed massively, right?
No, I mean, that's
crazy.
Look, it's straight up, and it's an insane chart. But if you were looking for the next pivot point, or you were looking for at least a minimum level, that would serve you well, unless you get there and you fail it miserably, or you exhibit zero confirmation factor. Which is, I think, also part of the other side of it, where we could target that 886, but if it failed miserably, then something much larger is unfolding.
Yeah, it's your litmus test, your market litmus test that you talk about in your books. Back in, you touched on it for like 10 seconds earlier, but yeah, like it's such a good. It was so eye-opening to me reading that. And yeah, when the bullish patterns start consistently failing, they consistently start getting violated and validated, that's when so the trend is potentially reversing. Okay, he's at the door, he's on his way up. Okay, he's like here. Let me go unlock the door real quick. I'll be right back. We'll continue it for another 20-30 minutes, and then I gotta skedaddle. Is that cool? Just keep the troops entertained.
Yeah, sounds good.
For like 10 seconds.
You got it.
All right, I'm gonna get a beer
right.
too. Why not?
All right. Probably call the bartender myself. No, so I'm actually surprised to see this poll where 60-40. 60-40 of will 40,000 be supported. 40 say yes, 60 say no. So actually, that's actually pretty surprising. 40% of you still think this 40,000 is going to hold. I voted no. So, and I definitely, I'm throwing in the towel, right? No way, Michael Saylor. Let's break down. I think he's playing. Mitch is playing poker tonight. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Drinks on you. Awesome. Listen, if 40,000 holds, folks, I'll buy all 1,400 of you a beer. If 40,000 holds. So, absolutely. I would love to. I can't, what does Michael Saylor think right now? I don't know. I'd be a little nervous.
Well, what happened?
Sitting on
Why is chat
5
going
billion.
nuts right now? Why is chat freaking out?
I don't know.
Look how fast chat's going. What are they doing?
I don't know. Talking about Michael Saylor. Someone asked about
What is going on right now? Chat, what are y'all doing?
up? What's up, guys? Get crazy. Get your beer.
They are going crazy. They're screaming beer. Did you
go.
tell them to do something?
No, I was just talking about.
What are you doing, chat?
Maybe time to get a beer. Time to
Okay, dude.
get some.
What the? Thanks for the 1,400 people tuned in, though. But thanks
Yeah.
for the 10,000
Hit the likes.
comments per second. David, you see this?
Let's get some beer. Get a 6.
Dude, we should get more dumps happening more often, I guess, right?
Yeah, we got to make fun of this. Make hay of the day.
Oh, he said he'd buy all 1,400 of them beer if
Oh
they
yeah,
went to
that's
hell
that
40K.
might have been a little bit.
1,400 beers? What's the math on that, depending on what kind of beer?
1,400. Well, depends. Are we paying Miami premium prices?
Yes, we are, of course.
14. It's probably $14 a beer times 1,400.
Oh my god, dude.
You do the math.
14,000?
So probably a 10K.
Oh, 10K? I don't know.
I would think
just
so.
never
Maybe
really good at the math,
$8
you know.
a beer. $8, $9 a beer.
Well, it's holding right now,
It's
so
40,000.
currently you owe them until it changes, which it could change any moment.
It
Right.
could change, but yeah. But 40,000 folks, so if we print 39,999, I will
39,999 from here. What if it sells off then holds? You know what I'm saying? Like holds.
if it holds here, if it does some kind of miracle hold here at 40 or whatever. The interesting thing is that remember 30 days after the June low, July 21st, we actually bottomed out. And now we're 30 days with the 20th after the 21st. But again, it'd have to just stop. It'd have to stop right here. And I don't
Dude,
even
it'd
if
be
it
like
did
the
that-
most miraculous hold I've ever seen. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, it might rival. It's not even as scary or as crazy as September, because September, it just never really it threatened 40,600 again. Like after that one time, it tested it perfectly September 24th. Right? Look how it always held above it. So it's way easier to decide maybe how to take action. But now it's not holding. And I would say, scariest was when it breached 30K in July, right before that Kathy Woods, Jack Dorsey, and Elon Musk roundtable they had. That literally the day they had that, the bottom happened, which is crazy. But yeah, that was technical breakdown. And on July 20th, it was 21st. It was the lowest daily candle close since January 1st. Right, it was bad, and then just it's the immediate fall to price action received after the breakdown. It was rejection, so it's we would need a miracle here. I really don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think we're holding this time.
You don't have the long-term context either. I mean, you're talking context. You had things there on the weekly and the dailies back in July and September. September was the C point. Was supposed to be the C point for the crab that was going to take you up to 87,000, but that never happened. The June thing was another. I think that was a big 618. But you had a few things weekly. We don't have anything here weekly.
Yeah, weekly's terrible actually. Weekly's hey, we'll probably go to 38K. We're already working on a bearish and golden candle. There's 3 days left, right? Oscillators negative momentum right now is at its highest level on the weekly since July, literally the week that the massive bullish and golden candle appeared and we rallied. Yeah, you're doing the inverse now, and you're getting close to the bearish control zone. You're currently right now on the week at your lowest RSI since March 30th of 2020. That's the COVID crash low. So yeah, nothing on the weekly. 0 things on the weekly are bullish. Right? There's no argument for a bullish reversal anytime soon right now, unfortunately. And also it's implied that you would probably go to 38.1 to 39K. See these candle high closes. It sucks, man. It's not cool.
Yeah, at this point I would prefer to see a flush down. And there's, I think if you looked at the futures, there's some things in the futures The different instruments, the grayscale Bitcoin ETF, the BTC, you see slightly different structural things in those instruments, but they all seem to be pointing lower until you could find your next level. There you go. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, you're at critical levels. I mean, that 28.55 is not a joke. Look at that low from January 2021. That was it though. Yeah, not good. But I guess like good news about GBTC is like it's already at the 886. That's not good. That's real bad, man. It's already there, and it's what kind of reaction? No reaction. Yikes. And look,
and
you do the confluence,
react.
the confluence of the 113 here, and then the low to high 886 113, right? Very bad. So I mean, like, okay, 200-day moving average 2450, 2460. There's nothing implying a reversal here, like at all. And on 3-day, daily though, still massive bullish divergence, right? Insane divergence on the daily. Like, but you know, I don't think it factors in what just happened after the market closed, which it was a markdown, like a $2,500, $3,000 markdown after market close. So tomorrow it'll just gap down somewhere. Yeah, I don't even know if we can even say that this is gonna hold. So yeah, look at that double top. Holy crap. I mean, you know, the neckline, the potential double top is 24 bucks. So a lot more crap has to happen before it becomes like confirmed as a double top. But yeah, not good at all. Oh God, dude. Just going back to yesteryear, the complex inverse head and shoulders, it was a trade setup. Oh my God, man. Little did we know what that was going to manifest into. You miss those times, don't you? God.
Yeah, it was a year ago now. It was getting crazy. It was a year ago now. I subscribed to the Mitrade TA.
Oh yeah, you subscribed in 2021.
Yeah, that's how I first hooked up. Is I subscribed to the site and was checking you out, and I was starting to watch your stuff. It was about this time last year, and then me and a buddy of mine were all over Doge. You know, I mean, day by day we were just killing that Doge and some of the others. But
yeah, Gartley's showing up on Doge. Yeah.
Now I just think now, you know, that's over. That phase was over. It was a great run. Everyone, you're gonna remember that.
16 months, man. Like, yeah. 16 months of prosperity, life-changing opportunity, and they have to come to an end. Cycles, or at least parts of cycles, have to end, even if it's not like the end-all be-all. Okay, the tech bubble's gonna pop in 2000. That's the end, right? I mean, even if it's not that, you still have to draw down good amounts, right? And we're just looking at the Nasdaq with that parabolic uptrend with the Qs, right? It's just like it could go down to $10,500 and still be in a massive parabolic uptrend that goes back to the bottom of like 2000, 2002 or whatever. So I'm just saying there's so much downside and it could still be in a very bullish, crazy uptrend, you know? Because like you think about like the Nasdaq and what is trend analysis 101, that see what I'm saying, right? Like 618, 786 Gartley, you're at the PCZ, you react there, what happens, right? Context is terrible. It just nope, like that's how you know things are starting to come unraveled.
Terminal bar failure.
Yeah. Yep. Terminal bar failure. And look at that. Look at this. Wow. Massive, like a demand line that goes back to March of last year, right? Broke it yesterday, back tested it successfully as resistance and follow through. Very bad. It's like a bearish dragon almost. But not even talking about that. Talking about the fact that where is an actual, real, discernible swing low on the Nasdaq? The most you can't see one really.
You read my mind. You read my mind.
The COVID crash low. So the bull trend, the long-term bull trend, is not even in jeopardy, chat, until you break below the COVID crash low. Low.
And where's the 382 off of the COVID low?
Oh my God, dude.
I mean, you're gonna have to start.
Jesus, dude, it hadn't even hit a 236 yet. Once you hit the 236, though, that's when you know this is real. This is like a real pullback. All right, so the 382 is at 12,558, which isn't, I mean, I guess it's confluent maybe with a March 2021 low.
Yeah, we're getting look at that the last ditch up. There's so many of these charts with that strong rally up in November, December, and then just an immediate rollover, forming a 1618 offshoot. That's going to be a 1618 right off the top.
Look at the weekly. Jesus, the continuation of the bearish divergence in the end. Wow.
Yeah.
So you now have Nasdaq weekly bearish divergence and monthly bearish divergence. Jesus, dude. I mean, that is like, if you want to like bet against weekly and monthly bearish divergence happening at the same time, by all means.
And that's a really nice M formation, a complex formation on your RSI. And once those kind of readings come out of the zone, minimum go to the 50 level. So your RSI, you have to target RSI to go back to the midpoint 50 level on this correction before you can consider it over.
Okay. So are you talking about what would be considered in this situation making it over?
Look at just the last two. You're showing us two RSI readings.
Yeah.
Look at them. Yeah, right there. And those are both M formations where you got an M formation in the overbought.
Yeah.
And those are complex, and they go to minimum 50 levels. So even if you're in a reaction and you want to just not think it's so bad, you have to just admit that this is a pretty strong reaction with levels that have to be tested lower.
Look at this textbook dead cat bounce on the Nasdaq in August and September 2000. Look, it ran up 50%. That's the dead cat bounce. Yeah. The Dow Jones saw that in 1929 as well. Before
that's where the Gartley was. There was a Gartley right on that in the daily in there. That was something I was doing, actually monthly reports. I should dig that one out. And we identified that as a Gartley and said that's it. And then all the way down shooting for levels. I think I was at 4,800. I was talking about 2,200 on the Nasdaq, and it went to 800. So this is the kind of thing with where we are now. Pretty clear signs of full reversal behavior. Do your pivot points, do your all-time retracements, all-time 236, all-time 382. Where would that be in a crash kind of scenario to at least establish some kind of limits where we're there right now on an 886 on the daily for Nasdaq. But that's just first stop, and you get a day like today where you hit the number in such dramatic fashion, it's a warning sign.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's like, I mean, just it is undeniable based on traditional technical analysis that we are seeing for the first time in 20 years overbought RSI bearish divergence, and then the MACD histogram looks identical to the bubble too, where there couldn't be any kind of bearish divergence on the MACD histogram because the run up was so stupidly parabolic, just like we just saw. We just went through the same psycho straight line up, not even a pullback once since the COVID crash lows, not once, like not on a significant weekly time scale. So that's what's telling.
There's a comment that somebody's asking, am I a mega bear on crypto? And I probably don't pay attention to the on-chain metrics. You're right. I don't. There's a comment in the chat, and I think it's a valid remark that those kind of metrics are, they're important, sure, and all of that information definitely is essential. But again, related to price, I look at those kind of on-chain metrics. Okay, that describes an environment, but if you have other influencing factors that is driving price down, there might be a buying opportunity here in Bitcoin, but at what price? And what we're doing, and what I do with the patterns, is trying to define the levels to where we can have the optimal harmonic support resistance to define the opportunity. I mean, I think there will be an opportunity, but it will be at lower levels. Not to write off crypto here. Mm-hmm. So, you would want to see that. You want to see those kind of on-chain metrics be super bullish, and then have the price action completely dump out, because then that would present an opportunity in a ripe environment. And I think that's what we've been looking at Bitcoin for at least 6 weeks, where it's just kind of saying, I want to go lower for now.
Yeah, I don't trust this at all. Like, I was kind of intrigued January 10th when we got the rally. And I was kind of intrigued a little bit January 14th when we back tested the top of the range support. But then you put in the lower high on the weekend, then your previous high. Yikes. Then all of a sudden the argument for the M shape develops. And you never got there until literally now, today, the 786 at this 40,600. But the fact that it happened so fast, and the fact that you just put in another lower high, I don't trust it. I don't. Like, this Gartley won't happen, dude. Like, if it happens, it's going to be like, I'll chug like 2 beers on stream. You know, you owe those 1,400. I'll take 2 of them and I'll chug them, right? I mean, this just chance of this holding here, it just doesn't, based on the stronger or the larger, more significant time scales. No way. No way, dude. I mean, like, nothing's certain, but my God, it is extremely probable this doesn't hold, because there's no argument backing you up on the time scales that you need to see bullish stuff. You don't have them right now. So
yeah, again, I would want to be ready for when that happens. I've talked about, and I'm not trying to throw out numbers just to call a top or a bottom, but I am always thinking of what are the possibilities. So, you know, I was connecting dots, as I like to say, and the connection of the dots was leading us to a shark pattern at 42,000. But if not that, then what are the other measured possibilities? For me, it's a step-by-step process where there are too many different possibilities when you're talking harmonic patterns. It's either the M or the W or the shark or the 5-0. But if it's not that, then it's something bigger, larger, probably. And the thing that I've learned with the harmonic patterns is that if I miss it, all right, like I'll buy everybody a beer. Everyone will get a Bush or a Bud Light, no imports. But
shoot, dude, yeah, or craft, for that matter.
Yeah, but we have to just look at it that way. You have to let the market present its opportunity, and when it's been presenting garbage,
yeah,
for
certain garbage,
weeks,
like undeniable garbage,
and you know, step aside and let's wait for it to be patient. That, you know, by definition, there you go. That is, you can connect dots and say that's a Gartley.
Yeah.
But tell me what's happening when it completes. Major dump candle.
No way, man. It's reversing right now, dude. You just don't get it. It's at 41K. I mean, Bitcoin's up $329. It's just like, you're gonna get that, man. I mean, that can happen here. There could still be some demand here that needs to be absorbed by market participants. And I trust in Asia to absorb your remaining demand with their supply that they have, I guess, unlimited amounts of. And everyone's so excited. It's just like, just give it some time, man. Volatility is going to be high. I mean, these swings are going to be nuts. So just, you know, it's up.
Yeah, and there aren't too many of the crypto that have sustained themselves, even your best ones.
Luna, though. Luna's a different story. Luna's still holding the support, man, from
Where's
December.
Luna right now? Because I got out of that on the Type 1. I caught that bat. I got out. I talked about that today, of I'm out of that position. I'm looking for that to come back for a Type 2 retest that pattern. It's a bat and a shark.
Yeah.
But
bat, shark, yeah, either
that
one.
But that's one to be looking at. Yeah, that shark actually turned into a 5-0 too. So maybe you come back one more time on Luna. But those leaders should be leading if this was going to be strong. Luna should have blasted, and it hit the target 2 at 89 or 87 bucks, and that was it. So that's a tricky one, folks, because that was a great trade for starters. But for me, once that rolled over, something I've been talking about recently, that I had to let go of this. And that's, I think Luna, of all of them, has been a great runner, and that bat pattern that we had was right off the 886. There was a couple things down there, but now, you know, I have to just kind of like, all right, let that come back. Will it come back for me? I don't know, but I'm willing to wait on it, and give up on the opportunity. If it blows out.
It's unreal, though. It's like a commodity, man. Just like number go up. That's all it does. But like, kind of what's changed? I mean, You got these highs, these higher highs, sell-offs, these rallies that are higher than the previous highs. Then you sell off, you make higher lows, same lows. You rally higher highs, previous highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Whoops. Is it a lower high? Is a lower high getting put in? I mean, than the previous high for the first time of the effing whole run? It's possible, but yeah, the fact that it's really hard to say because you are holding support right now. I mean, you are up 4% on the new day, and Bitcoin is only up 0.87%. So I mean, it would be nice to see this thing hold again, and you know, I think if it can, Jesus, dude, you got it. $100 if Bitcoin doesn't collapse here. But again, I just have very, very little faith just because of what equities are doing based on the Russia banning Bitcoin thing today, crypto mining. That's crazy. That's so bad. Like when you're in a midterm downtrend and a news-driven catalyst like that happens, yikes. So, hey, I love to see this though. Just hold the support and everything will be good. But dang, man, you did just put in a high, the highest side, then the lower high. You got the momentum shifting stuff now and rejecting the 200 moving average. But at the same time, you dumped. Now you're pumping. You're like gaining back all the losses that happened yesterday. I mean, halfway. You're halfway there. So, I mean, but like once Bitcoin sells off, yeah, you can't trust it. You can't trust anything in the market when the macro is bad, right? I mean, this is Bulkowski stuff, right? You have to have the macro play ball. That's step one. Step two is then the sector that you want to trade the individual asset in. Is that bullish? And then you answer the question, is the individual asset bullish too? Well, you're not batting 3 for 3 on Luna right now because the individual asset is, sure, it's super bullish. It's unreal. Recently, it's actually started putting an argument that there's distribution going on lately when it hasn't been like that. And then we know Bitcoin's in the midterm downtrend, and I don't even know what sector Luna's in. What is the sector of crypto Luna's in? That's really new too. Like we're applying like traditional TA stuff to now crypto, and only recently, I guess, is crypto had different sectors. Like you had privacy coins, and you have like APY staking coins, and now you have metaverse coins and NFT coins, right? So I don't even know what sector it's in. I mean, there's not probably even an index fund for it, but anyway,
the flavor of the month or the flavor of the quarter, and there's so many of those that have not sustained. That is part of the issue. You know, LRC or Sandbox or Decentraland, they did massive runs, and they're already have corrected back 50%. It's not a sustained uptrend, so you have to wait until those give you something more substantial.
Well, Luna's a DeFi, sorry.
Yeah.
So I would think you want Bitcoin to bottom out, because what's going to happen is Bitcoin will do that capitulation, that collapse or whatever, and then Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance real quick. And I got to get out of here in about 5 minutes, unfortunately. But look at this. I mean, this was identified a few days ago. What the? Oh my, dude, this is busted. This will probably correct in the next couple of days. Bitcoin dominance went to 17%, which is not true. There's something wrong.
There was some glitches in those total market cap
their API
data feeds.
No, I wish it would. Oh, okay, it doesn't exist on the daily. Nice. Oh my God. All right, so this is the most legendary bullish abandoned baby in the history of mankind. All right, there's never been a bullish abandoned baby. This was an abandoned orphanage of babies, right? I mean, pretty much like this is like Elon Musk being born as an orphan right here, and then this is him now, right? I mean, pretty much. So let's forget that little guy. Don't worry about it. But look where it is for real. This is Bitcoin dominance, and to me, that's kind of, I don't like the way the context is, because this means like, right, the altcoins get obliterated while Bitcoin continues to get obliterated, but just not quite as much. And it rallies to 46-48% of the market, while the altcoins have lost so much more value. 30% drawdowns where Bitcoin's going down 10%. Like that could be in development going on, and then everything's at much lower prices by the time Bitcoin gets to the top of the range. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would just like, yeah, this is it. If something's gonna reverse, this is the way it kind of looks before it reverses, right? Of course, the very real massive bullish shark pattern, 886, 886, 886. Hold on a sec. I got someone calling me that's playing the game. I'm just getting into that time. Hold on one sec. Scott, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, we're good. We're good. Sorry.
Yeah, awesome.
So, like, yeah, you see it. I mean, like, you figure, hey, this is it if it's going to do it. But I know how you say type 3 equals invalid. But I don't think it's the same beast, right? It's not something you actually trade. You don't trade Bitcoin dominance. You just, it's
No, but that's a good one where if you're looking at that chart, kind of like the on-chain metrics, it helps to kind of maybe focus where to focus. And, okay, Bitcoin dominance, it's down. Will it rebound? Looks like it's trying to, but at what price? I mean, again, because the whole market could come in, and it's really about at what price. And so, how many beers do I owe? 1,400 beers.
You don't owe any beers yet, dude. There's 3 hours 16 minutes on this 4 hour candle left, right? I mean, it has just started. Like, this thing goes up anywhere, like, and closes lower than 42.9, the next candle could be nasty. Just, you can't, after a $3,000+ dump in like 8 hours, you just can't, like, okay, the next candle after that maybe is green. Congratulations, right? Golf clap. I mean, it's just buyer induction. Everyone ever heard of buyer induction? Yeah, like the Asian's gonna fake everyone out before it just dumps lower. You can't trust it sitting at this support right now. I don't think so, right? Because again, there's no significant time scales backing up the argument.
No.
So,
and until then, you gotta just let it go. And I mean, be okay. The only reason why anyone would not want to be patient and step aside is that the fear of missing out, and you're not, there's nothing to miss out on here.
Dude. Like, oh, you're gonna miss the very exact bottom. Like, you're not looking for the exact very bottom. You're looking for the second or third bottom normally in traditional markets. Now, crypto, yeah, dude, it's kind of like you do need to be paying attention a little more because, like, wow, dude, I mean, like, people when the bottom got put in July, okay, well, if you sat on the sidelines after it broke back above that critical support, within a 10-day period, the asset was up 42%, right? Same thing about in late September when Bitcoin actually held for like the fourth time on the 4 hour, right? That 40K area that you're trying to hold right now, the asset appreciated in value 63% in 20 days, less than 3 weeks, right? So, I mean, I get it, but dude, you have to look at the context locally, and the most recent event was a third lower high than the previous high. That is super bearish, okay? You cannot trust this market right now. You have to, all right, what is the trend on the 4 hour? Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, going on 3 months now, all right? So you just completed your third lower high again and again and again and a freaking again. Look, 1, 2, 3. So it's just like, that's what I would just, no way. Like, if you're taking longs right now, after this happened and there's hidden bearish divergence, and you're looking at the Nasdaq on the monthly and weekly both showing massive bearish divergence, I don't think you're being prudent at all. I don't think there's any prudence in your decision making trying to long literally right here just because maybe Asia is like, oh, okay, we're gonna buy for 10 seconds, and then like in the next 2 hours you're below the support. So right, I'm thinking they're gonna all owe you 1,400 beers. Okay, that's what's gonna happen.
Well, let's see how it plays out. I really, again, I think we'll come back in a few weeks, and this was about a month ago we last talked, and we were, trying to make that progress, and the thing did not continue, and it didn't take long to where, we were leaning this way, like, hey, if this doesn't happen by next week, then we need to start thinking about this. Well, we're there.
Yeah, we are.
That's where, I just want to be looking at what are those other possibilities. We're not here. What's the next possibility? And for me, that's it's not clear yet. It's not clear right now. So okay, it's not clear. I'd rather miss this and stay out until it's clear.
Yep. So just be careful, everyone. I gotta head out of here. Got a poker game to host. Wish me luck, of course. But Scott Carney, man, it was a wonderful stream. And whenever you're ready, dude, I'm so sorry about this morning. I don't know what happened.
No worries.
My phone was on
We'll
Do Not Disturb and vibrate, so that effed me up. So yeah. So whatever day you want, tell me, and then we'll schedule it for that day, and we'll do the makeup stream.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mitch.
All right. Love you, Scott, man.
You too, man.
All right.
Take care.
Chat, also love y'all, and wonderful stream today. One for the ages, and just please understand, just because you're rallying on the new day doesn't mean crap yet, okay? So thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. All 1,400 of y'all are amazing watching the stream. I'll be back. Till next time, respect the TA.